Yeah, you know what it is.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Yeah, you know what it is.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collinsville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. Purple and white, but you know what I mean. Double 11 senior year made history. Football, we took it to the playoffs. Collinsville, white and purple, yeah, we are the K-House. I said the K-House, the school of champions. We laugh a lot, we rap a lot. I'm asked to be an Indian again. I'm telling them that Collinsville is where it's at. So when we on the field of court, they better be aware of that. They scared of that. Of course, look at the ceiling. What up, Mr. Floyd? Yeah, it's Collinsville. And yes, I'm glad to say that I'm a K-Hawk. I'm about to graduate. Yeah, you know what it is. Collinsville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
White and purple, yeah, I know you see it. You see the chaos and you tell yourself you wanna be it. I go to CHS, so I am a champ. I ran this game so long I'm starting to get a stomach cramp. Class of 1, 2, but we're number 1. Shout out to all my juniors, yeah, you know we get it done. White and purple, you already know. It's little easy peasy and that boy lay low.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collinsville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
I'm about my white and purple, Scarface and DJ Screw. We on the peak of the mountain, best at what we do. Yeah, we the champs, homie, but we ain't selling shoes. These boys bleeding purple, call us the cheapin' crew. They don't gotta do it big, cause I don't play with sports. I play my cards right. Now a good report. When Dub 12 comes, it's time to roll off. I'm in the back cause everybody rolling with me. K-Hawks.
Yeah, you know what it is.
Look, all the freshmen, all the boys,
High school, champions.
yeah, they know what it is.
All around my town, everything is
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
we shut it down for the school and the sports team.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collinsville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
And a very good evening, everyone, as we welcome you to Alton High School here in the bustling town of Alton, Illinois, as we are ready for some playoff action. It's the girls' volleyball team's turn for some postseason action, and we're here live tonight as we bring you this contest between your Collinsville Lady Kahawks and the O'Fallon Lady Panthers in the Class 4A Alton Regionals. My name is Todd Duke. Welcome in. Glad that you're with us here on a very cold Tuesday night here in America's heartland, and we welcome you in to the Chiropractic Works pregame show. Chiropractic Works in Collinsville, owned and operated by Dr. Chris McCluskey. He and his crew are focused on helping as many people as possible live high-quality lives all through chiropractic care and wellness. You can visit Dr. McCluskey at Chiropractic Works in Collinsville, 410 Regency Center, just off of the Beltline Road in Collinsville, or give them a call, 343-3602, or online at chiropracticworkscollinsville.com. Well, we welcome you into this second semifinal of the night. The first one, that was won by Edwardsville, 25-15 and 25-11 in straight sets over the host Alton Lady Redbirds. But we're a little bit late because we had about a half-hour delay. Someone suffered a medical emergency in the stands, and that halted play for 30 minutes, actually, 6 o'clock to 6:30. until they could get the ambulance here and get the stretcher onto the floor and take care of the person who fell ill. So that's why we are a little bit behind, but we are about ready to go. And I had a chance just a little while ago, right after the Lady Kahoks team bus arrived, as a matter of fact, to catch up with Collinsville head coach Abby Hanger to talk about her season and this game. We'll pass that conversation on to you next as the Chiropractic Works pregame show continues here on the Kahok Sports Network.
As the Director of Sports Medicine at Next Level Performance Institute, I oversee the care of all of our athletes, many high school, collegiate, and professional. Our goal is to help athletes stay on the field and maximize their performance. We have state-of-the-art diagnostic equipment where we can actually perform testing to get to the root cause of problems that could be getting in the way of athletic performance. When it comes to taking care of athletes, we take a full-body approach, whether it's musculoskeletal ailments, nutritional issues, organic issues such as headaches, sinuses, digestive issues. We have advanced training to where we can remedy health issues and return that athlete to play as quickly as possible. If you or your athlete are dealing with any kind of nagging sports injury, would like to see if we can possibly help, feel free to give us a call or come by the office anytime.
And we welcome you back into the Chiropractic Works pregame show here on the Kahok Sports Network. We are in Alton tonight. It is the Class 4A regionals for girls volleyball as your Collinsville Lady Kahoks get ready to take on the Lady Panthers of O'Fallon High School. Joining us now is Collinsville head coach Abby Hanger. Coach, before we get to the nuts and bolts of varsity, tell me a little bit about the freshmen and the JV team this year and about the future of the Kahok volleyball program.
Yeah, let's start with freshmen, and God bless Dave. I don't know what we would do without him. Our freshmen always start behind just because they don't have a lot of volleyball experience coming from the middle school. We are trying to get down into the middle school, trying to get coaches down there from the varsity. We'd really like to be more involved with that. But he's basically starting fresh, where schools like Edwardsville, their varsity coach is their 8th grade coach, which gives them a huge advantage. We really came along as the season progressed, but it's a lot to learn in such a short period of time. We have 2 really good freshmen, Addie Johnson, who's actually playing varsity right now, and then Jenna Schaller, who also, she was hurt at the beginning of the year, but is dressing varsity as well now too.
And the JV team?
The JV team is a lot of the varsity players, to be 100% honest. We have 5 seniors. Those are the only 5 girls that don't play JV, and Kennedy Fisher, of course. But they have progressed, and Coach McCarthy has done a fabulous job with them. I mean, she has gotten them to win games that I couldn't even believe they were in. She really has gotten them to buy in and has completely transformed our JV team and has done a wonderful job. And we do lose a lot of key components after this year, but I think she's really prepared them to play at the next level.
All right, let's get to the varsity side of things. We've been talking all year long about you would like to see some improvements from your team as the season went along. As you get to this point in the season, it's all brand new and it all starts over again. And I think you've done that. You had a huge win over Freeburg that you guys haven't beat Freeburg in 7 years. You had a big win over Columbia on senior night, and then you end the season with a victory over East St. Louis. Not to mention the fact you fought the team you're going to play tonight pretty hard down there, close down the stretch of the season as well. So I would guess that you're happy with the progression and the way things are moving forward as you get to this point.
Yeah, I am very happy. Our record doesn't really tell who we are or what we're about. We also, played a lot harder competition than we did last year, going to Chicago instead of Freeburg. That's 5 really tough matches, and we took some losses up there, but we got better, which is exactly what we wanted to do. So I feel pretty good going into tonight. The girls feel pretty good, and it's the same thing we've talked about since day one. We're trying to play point for point, not behind the point, not in front of the point. We're just trying to play 1 point at a time and not really worry about the score, but worry about us and what we're trying to accomplish.
All right, talk about some of the players that you have this season. We all know the basic names, the Metzgers, the Scrums, the Halbrooks. Any player in your mind that stands out this year as, wow, she's really improved since the beginning of the year?
Yeah, I think Lauren Fortner has done a great job for us. I mean, the girl, she got cut as a freshman before I got here, and, for her to be a libero as a senior, that's a huge progress over the last couple of years for her. Kristen Mitchell also is a basketball player and doesn't play outside of high school and has done a really nice job for us. It takes all and every single one of our players. We run a lot of players in and out. I think it keeps teams off, or kind of catches them off guard. We got kids coming in and out so much, but our kids have really adapted to it and have done a great job with it.
All right, so you have O'Fallon here tonight. We already know the history. You've lost a couple of games against them this year. I guess you set that all aside now and just start over brand new?
I wouldn't go that far. I don't think you set it aside. I think you learn from it. I thought we played them a lot better in the second and third set at our house than we did the first set, and, we don't forget that. They're a little bit like us. Like, what they're going to do. Like, we kind of, we're going to give the ball to Darcy and Hannah, and but I think we've done a really good job of mixing things up lately, which is why we've been so successful. They have two girls that have killed us both matches, so we're focused on those two and trying to stop those two, and then whatever happens, happens.
All right, so going into this game against the O'Fallon Lady Panthers, what's your game plan? What do you want to see happen? How do you want to attack this?
I want our girls to realize that they belong here and that they're as good as them. So we've really struggled with confidence and knowing that we belong for so long. But, we finished third in the conference this year, so it's stepping stones. We're moving forward, and our girls have to believe that they belong here and that they're just as good of players as anybody across the net from them, which they are. And tonight I'm looking for them to finally feel like they belong.
Thanks for the visit, Coach. Go get them.
Thank you.
Abby Hanger, your Collinsville Lady Kahok head coach. We'll take a break here on the Chiropractic Works pregame show. When we come back, we'll pass along the starting rosters to you, plus more names and numbers. All that and more coming up on the Kahok Sports Network.
As the Director of Sports Medicine at Next Level Performance Institute, I oversee the care of all of our athletes, many high school, collegiate, and professional. Our goal is to help athletes stay on the field and maximize their performance. We have state-of-the-art diagnostic equipment where we can actually perform testing to get to the root cause of problems that could be getting in the way of athletic performance. When it comes to taking care of athletes, we take a full body approach, whether it's musculoskeletal ailments, nutritional issues, organic issues such as headaches, sinuses, digestive issues. We have advanced training to where we can remedy health issues and return that athlete to play as quickly as possible. If you or your athlete are dealing with any kind of nagging sports injury and would like to see if we can possibly help, feel free to give us a call or come by the office anytime.
Pace Design and Construction in Maryville. Whether building a new home, making an addition to the home you currently own, or finally getting around to that remodeling job you've been putting off, Pace Design and Construction in Maryville can help. Pace Design and Construction is a building and remodeling contractor you can trust. They provide the highest quality, they are dedicated to their customers, and are committed to completing your project on time and within budget. Pace Design and Construction in Maryville. Give them a call at 618-407-5466, online at pacedesignconstruct.com, or on Facebook at Pace Construction Design. The people of Illinois welcome you. The folks in Collinsville, Illinois, well, they want you to stick around for a while and enjoy the sights, the fun, the food, and of course, the Collinsville Kahoks. The city of Collinsville is a proud supporter of the Collinsville Unit 10 School District. So welcome to Collinsville. Come on over, catch a Kahoks game, or enjoy some of the new places to eat, shop, and have fun. There's plenty to do for the young and the young at heart. Enjoy Christmas at the Collins House during the holidays, tunes at Bloom in the warm summer months, and more. There's plenty to do in Collinsville, so come on over for a bit. The folks in Collinsville would love to see you. For more information, go to www.collinsville.org.
As the Director of Sports Medicine at Next Level Performance Institute, I oversee the care of all of our athletes, many high school, collegiate, and professional. Our goal is to help athletes stay on the field and maximize their performance. We have state-of-the-art diagnostic equipment where we can actually perform testing to get to the root cause of problems that could be getting in the way of athletic performance. When it comes to taking care of athletes, we take a full body approach, whether it's musculoskeletal ailments, nutritional issues, organic issues such as headaches, sinuses, digestive issues. We have advanced training to where we can remedy health issues and return that athlete to play as quickly as possible. If you or your athlete are dealing with any kind of nagging sports injury and would like to see if we can possibly help, feel free to give us a call or come by the office anytime.
And once again, we welcome you back into the Chiropractic Works pregame show here on the Kahok Sports Network. We are getting you ready for The semifinal number 2. Winner will move on to take on the Edwardsville Lady Tigers between this game, between Collinsville and O'Fallon. Championship game, by the way, is Halloween night at 6 o'clock. So Edwardsville has already punched their ticket. Either Collinsville or O'Fallon will punch theirs. Kahoks, they're being coached by Abby Hanger. She is in her second year this year. Her team went 17-17 if you combine last year's 22-11 mark. Coach Hanger is now 39-28 on the year. You heard her say that her team finished in third this year in the Southwestern Conference with that 6-6 mark. O'Fallon finished second at 10-2, while Edwardsville went undefeated in the Southwestern Conference to capture yet another Southwestern Conference trophy. Melissa Massey is the head coach for O'Fallon. This is her 8th year in that role for the Panthers. She went 25-10 this year. We mentioned that 10-2 conference mark. An outstanding record for Coach Massey right now, 238 wins to 63 losses in her 8th year. And in her previous 7 years, they've won a regional championship every single year, but they have not won a sectional or a super sectional. Matter of fact, in the program's history, they are still looking for their first sectional and super sectional trophy. They have 10 regional championships, but cannot advance any farther than that. Last year, they had a 15-game winning streak in the middle of their season, and at one point, they won 23 of 25. This year, they won 7 of their last 9, and they had winning streaks of 5 and 6 this year. Collinsville only had 1, and that was the one to end the school year, the streak of 4. All right, so these two teams met earlier in the year. Both times Collinsville lost. They lost the home and away matches, lost at O'Fallon back on September the 10th. 26-24 was the first matchup, and it went back and forth, and you could tell the girls wearing purple and white put all that they had into it. But after they lost that first match, it looked like their hearts went into the second one, and they lost 25-13. Darcy Metzger and Kristen Mitchell led the way in that contest with 9 kills, while Kennedy Fisher led the way with 3 blocks. Ariana Coleman of O'Fallon had 10 kills in that game to lead O'Fallon. They lost again at CHS, but that one was in 3 sets. 25-23 was the first one. O'Fallon won. Collinsville won the middle set 25-22, and then the third set went O'Fallon's way at 25-22, so a real good game there for Collinsville. Matter of fact, that was the first time since 2013 that Collinsville had taken O'Fallon to 3 sets. And a couple of noteworthy things you heard me mention in the pregame show. A week ago, the Kahoks beat Freeburg for the first time in 7 years, and this has been 7 straight years that O'Fallon has beaten Collinsville in the regular season. Matter of fact, you can go back to the last win was September of 2011. That one took 3 sets, so that was actually 8 years ago. So trying to vanquish yet another one of those bugaboos that has us losing a lot of games over a lot of years to one particular team. So we're going to try to do that last year. Last regional championship for Collinsville, 2007. That was also the last sectional championship. That was under Kim Loeb. They were also sectional champs in 2004. 4 total as far as sectional and, sectional championships and 2 super sectional championships. The first one, 1979, that was when we qualified for state and came home with the 4th place trophy. And then we qualified for state in 1983 as well. Both of those years under Gene Wilmore, but Collinsville could not advance during the 1983 trip to state. That's a look at some of the numbers that we have for you. We'll continue with that in just a little bit. We'll take a break. We'll pass the rosters along to you next, and then we'll have some action for you. Collinsville and O'Fallon coming up next on the Kahok Sports Network.
As the Director of Sports Medicine at Next Level Performance Institute, I oversee the care of all of our athletes, many high school, collegiate, and professional. Our goal is to help athletes stay on the field and maximize their performance. We have state-of-the-art diagnostic equipment where we can actually perform testing to get to the root cause of problems that could be getting in the way of athletic performance. When it comes to taking care of athletes, we take a full-body approach, whether it's musculoskeletal ailments, nutritional issues, organic issues such as headaches, sinuses, digestive issues. We have advanced training to where we can remedy health issues and return that athlete to play as quickly as possible. If you or your athlete are dealing with any kind of nagging sports injury and would like to see if we can possibly help, feel free to give us a call or come by the office anytime.
At Visionary Wealth Advisors, We empower you to see your future before it's your future. To create your inheritance. To build your vision. To anticipate the known and unknown. And to find potential in both. And build new dawns. Visionary Wealth Advisors.
And we welcome you back to Alton. We are just about ready to get underway. Your libero for Collinsville, Lauren Fortner. On the court with her, you'll find Elise Halbrooks, Hannah Scrum, Darcy Metzger, Kristen Mitchell, and let me try to figure, okay, now I got it. Mackenzie Johnson. I know she was waiting till game time to figure out she was going to start Johnson or Hill Russell, so she decided on Johnson. For O'Fallon, their libero is Valerie Fink. On the floor with Miss Fink will be Allie Denton, Annalie McWhorter, Abby Ballou, Lauren Dawson, and Kelsey Shieppe. And I have a girl already I don't have a name for, number 21. Not on my list for the roster are off of the STL site, and the rosters they even gave us here doesn't have a number 21 on it for O'Fallon, so I'm at a loss for words right now. Anyway, Collinsville, they're on the right side of your screen. They are dressed in their purple uniforms, wearing the black shorts, numbers in white on the fronts and the backs of their jerseys, and the word Kahoks written across the backs of their jerseys. The O'Fallon Panthers have their dark navy blue shorts on, white jerseys. Numbers are also in navy blue, trimmed in a little bit of gold, and they have the word O'Fallon written across the backs of their jerseys. Collinsville's libero, that would be Lauren Fortner. She's the one with the white jersey on and the black shorts, and O'Fallon's libero is dressed all in navy blue, and that is number 12, Valerie Fink. History has not been kind to Collinsville when they face O'Fallon. Over the last 20 years, O'Fallon has won 15 while only losing 8. We are underway. O'Fallon trying to send it over first. Fortner picks it up in the background, and Elise Halbrooks gives it to Metzger, but Metzger's kill shot goes into the net, and O'Fallon strikes first blood. 2-5 in the playoffs over that time for O'Fallon. Or actually Collinsville, 2 wins and 5 losses. So overall, 10 wins and 20 losses for Collinsville versus these O'Fallon Lady Panthers. Here's a nice dig in the back. Halbrooks gets it over, so only 2 touches there. Now O'Fallon sends it back. Scrum picks it up in the backcourt to Halbrooks. Over here for Mitchell, and down the line. Good for the tying point, and we are knotted at 1. You know how bad Collinsville wants to win this game here tonight. Collinsville, by the way, last 3 years, the Lady Panthers have ended the Lady Kahok season in the regional championships. So trying to return the favor this year, Collinsville. Here's a serve by Bachoki, and in the middle, it's sent over by my Phantom number 21. Here's Metzger, who, with a little bit of a touch, finds an empty spot over in the far front corner. And it's 2-1 in favor of Collinsville. There is Alexi Bachoki back to serve another one up. She'll come in from the right side of your screen right about now and sends it over. And off of the hands of Annalie McWhorter, straight to the bat. Collinsville now up 3-1. So Alexi Bachoki, the sophomore, bringing it on the service end. Here's the next. Picked up in the back and moved up front, now over on the far side, and blocked out by Darcy Metzger. And Collinsville takes a 4-1 lead. I have not seen O'Fallon yet this year. Well, I tried to. I tried to do that game from O'Fallon, but nothing worked for me, so I really didn't get to dig deep down inside and actually watch the game. There is Bachoki's next serve. This one's long. That's going to go out of bounds. And O'Fallon gets one of those back. So not having done the games, I probably would have figured out who number 21 was, but I can't right now. As back to serve it up is going to be Kelsey Schieppe for O'Fallon. She leads her team in serves, 381 of them on the year, 13 errors. So that's good for 96.5% on the service department. This one is picked up by Summer, moved over by Hal Brooks, and then a big kill by Hannah Scrum. 5-2 in favor of Collinsville. Darcy Metzger will go back to serve. Metzger on the year leads her team in the service department. And that one's out of bounds. Well, she led in aces. Actually, she didn't lead that either. You know, when you click on the numbers, are supposed to rearrange in numerical order, and for some reason that category doesn't. She was at the top of the page, but she does not lead in that category as Collinsville gets it right back, so 2 serves into the net by each team. Leading server, by the way, is Lauren Fortner at 95.1. Elise Halbrooks back to serve now. She's no slouch either. 94.3. She's second on the team in that category, and she has been known to rattle off some, so hopefully we can get her on a roll here. Halbrooks ready to go. Here it comes. It's across and off of the hands of Schieppe, and Collinsville living life right here early on. 7-3 in favor of the Kahawks. Hannah Scrum just kisses the ball before she sends it back to Halbrooks. Halbrooks, I guess the referees are deciding something. I don't know what, but anyway, that's over. Now Halbrooks is ready to go. She sends it over. Picked up into the backcourt by Dawson. Moved over onto the far side. Blocked out again. Ariana Coleman was trying to send it down into that corner, and Kennedy Fisher went up there and blocked that shot out, and Collinsville out to an 8-3 lead. Halbrooks delivers yet another one, and it's picked up once again by Dawson. Moved over. Coleman sends it. Nice save by Darcy Metzger. Halbrooks sets it up for Scrum, and she does it again. Hannah Scrum has caused Melissa Massey to call a quick timeout here for the Alton Redbirds. We'll take a timeout with them. We're back in just a moment here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Cafe Agape serves up some of the best sandwiches, burgers, pork steaks, meatloaf, and more in Collinsville. And yes, they do catering. Wedding receptions, luncheons, business meetings, and more. And Cafe Agape is your destination for all of your holiday and party favorites, both main courses and delicious sides. Cafe Agape, check them out at 703 St. Louis Road, or check out the lunch buffet at the Columbus Plaza location on 157 in Collinsville. Call Cafe Agape at 345-CAFE, 345-2233. Yes, they still cater. Cafe Agape, that's some good eats.
Brady O'Neill got the Kahawk Crazies all fired up and ready to go as the girls are winning 9-3 here in this first set. And here's Halbrooks with the next. Coleman sends it over, but too far. Across the inline it goes. Collinsville up 10-3 in set number 1. Halbrooks ready to serve up another one. It's on the way. That one's too far. So O'Fallon gets an easy one back. That's 2 points out of the 4 that O'Fallon has. One serve into the net and one serve too far. And now O'Fallon serves it up. That was Allie Denton. Collinsville sets it up. Here's Scrum with a little touch. Good. Scrum will go back to serve now. Collinsville having their way here early on with O'Fallon. Scrum serves, and that one's a good one. Picked up in the back by the libero Fink. Now moved over by Coleman, but it's out of bounds. Collinsville up 12-4. Scrum delivers the next. That was a screamer right over the top of the net. Set up by O'Fallon. They send it, and it's popped up in the backcourt. Scrum. She gets it up. One last hit for Fisher. It's over. Fink sends it back up front, and now O'Fallon sends it over. Nice dig over there by Halbrooks. Now to Metzger. Into the back, picked up by Fink. Moved over onto the side by Denton. There's Coleman. Finally works for her. And Ariana Coleman has been trying that move here in the first part of this first set, and she has hit it too far every time except for that time. 12-5. Kahawks with the lead. Annalie McWhorter back to serve for the Lady Panthers. It's on the way. Picked up in the backcourt by Scrum. Halbrook setting it up for Kristen Mitchell. Mitchell off of a hand up front, kept alive. Nice job by Fink to keep that one alive on that second shot. Here's Halbrooks again, and now we're going to have a point for O'Fallon. I thought maybe O'Fallon might have got called for reaching over the net, but that call never came. And it's 12-6 now in favor of Collinsville. McWhorter, the freshman, ready to serve up another one here for the Lady Panthers. That one's picked up by Fortner and moved up by Halbrooks. Kill shot there by Fisher was picked up by McWhorter. And a little tap over, and Riri keeps that one alive. And then a big hit. That's out of bounds. Big hit by Scrum, but just went over that line in the backcourt. 12-7. It was just 12-4. McWhorter delivers the next. Scrum from the backside to Halbrooks to this side for Mitchell. Blocked, but a nice dig by Halbrooks to keep that one alive. Now Mitchell sends it over. That's a low one. Off McWhorter's wrist and straight down to the ground. No one up front could recover fast enough to get to that one. And Collinsville gets one of those back, 13-7. Lauren Fortner back to serve. She's the libero tonight. Picked up by the libero Fink for O'Fallon. Over on the far side, out in the middle actually. And that was a nice point by Lauren Dawson there as Halbrooks couldn't quite get there on the dig. So O'Fallon gets that point right back, 13-8. Now I have a number 26 that I don't have a name for. Scrum. Halbrooks. Oh, Metzger with a kill shot. Boy, oh boy, did she get up high for that one. Let's see, I got an old roster here. Maybe an old roster will help me out. Da-da-da-da-da. Let's see if I got a 21. Taylor Guy. I have her listed as number 23. So now I have that one. Back in the back. That's out of bounds on a serve by Mackenzie Johnson. (14-9). Next serve on the way. Now Halbrook sets it up for Kristen Mitchell. Picked up by McWhorter in the backcourt. Moved over onto the side. Fink, her last shot has to go over. It does. Scrum in the backcourt. Halbrooks, Metzger off a hand. Fink keeps it alive again. And now a setup by Denton. That one gets over and falls down despite the diving effort by Kristen Mitchell. 14-10. Sarah Owens, I guess, is number 26. Here's the serve, picked up by Fortner. And Halbrook setting it up over on this side for Mitchell in the back. Fink keeps it alive. Owen, she keeps it alive as well. And then finally brought over by Faith Mayfield. Here is Darcy Metzger off of Fink. Good for a point. I'm going to go off of the roster I got in the day on September the 10th when I went to O'Fallon. That's helping me out a little bit. Here is Machoki back in to serve, and Fink takes care of it, sends it up front. Now on the far side, shoved over, and that one was in bounds off of Taylor Guy. And it's now 15-11 in favor of Collinsville. We were tied 1-1. Collinsville took a 2-1 lead and has not trailed since. They did at one point have a 12-4 advantage. Kelsey Shieppe serves it up, and Fortner takes it in the backcourt. Halbrook sets it up for Scrum. She taps it over. It comes right back. Halbrooks then for Fortner. Now to Scrum. Scrum down the line. Good. (16-11) in favor of Collinsville. Darcy Metzger back to serve now. 80.2% of her serves were good this year. Here it is, and it's sent up front. Not a very good setup, but still works. Now Halbrooks sets it up over here for Scrum. Scrum gets blocked out, and then Halbrooks keeps it alive. Metzger back to Scrum over on the far side. Coleman keeps it alive, and then it's sent over. Here is another setup by Halbrooks for Scrum. That one's good. 17-11. Darcy Metzger with another chance to serve it up here for Collinsville. 17-11. Kahawks have the 6-point lead. Metzger. Fink gets it. Out of bounds was Coleman when she touched it, and it's sent over. Here is Halbrooks keeping it alive for Scrum. It's blocked right back, and Summer picks it up. Now back to Scrum, and a net violation against O'Fallon will give Collinsville a point, and it's now 18-11. Another timeout called on the court by Coach Massey and her O'Fallon Panthers. We'll step aside as well. Back in just a moment here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Plumbing or electrical problems? Is your AC or heater on the fritz? There are dozens of companies out there, but do you really know who you're letting in your home? Trust Tiger. Our technicians are clean-cut, drug-free, and background checked. What other company can make this bold statement? Our 24-hour emergency service will ensure your plumbing, heating, AC, and electric are up and running no matter what time of day it is. Schedule your appointment today. Tiger Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electrical Services. We earn our stripes every day.
Well, I got people coming up here to help me because apparently number 12 is not Valerie Fink. It's Kyla Ellis. Oh, boy. You'd think that once the playoffs start, they could actually give you a roster that's correct. That would be nice. We run into this all the time, you know. I've got 3 rosters. I've got the one off the STL site. I've got the one that was given to me on September the 10th, and I've got the one that was given to me when I came through the door. And that one says number 12 is Valerie Fink. 18-11, Collinsville in the lead, and there's a serve into the net. Need to limit those, man. Free points, not good. So, Kyla Ellis back to serve. She does so, picked up by Summer. Halbrook sets it up over here for Scrum. Scrum back over to Ellis, and then a diving try by Allie Denton. But it falls in anyway, and Collinsville goes up 19-12. Renaissance Hill Russell checks back into the game. They call her Riri. Here is Elise Halbrooks with a serve. That's picked up in the backcourt. Denton moves it over for Coleman. Coleman too far. She's done that 3 or 4 times here tonight. And Collinsville up 20-12. Halbrooks delivers the next. This one's, I think she mishit that one. That one didn't even have enough juice to make it all the way to the net. Barely. Fortner checks back in. She'll take Darcy Metzger's place for a moment. Here is Denton with a serve. Picked up by Summer. Halbrook sets it up for Fisher. Oh! Oh! Kennedy Fisher blisters it down there. Rylan Nolan fastball wasn't even that quick. All right, maybe it was. 21-13 in favor of Collinsville. Hannah Scrum back to serve it up for the Lady Kahawks. She does so. Picked up in the backcourt by Shieppe. Now touched by Coleman, and she didn't touch it enough. She's caught in that rock in a hard place, man. She's been hitting everything too hard. I guess she figured this time she'll lighten up a little bit, and she lightened up too much. 22-13, Collinsville in the lead. Next serve by Hannah Scrum. That one's a screamer, and it gets right past Kyla Ellis. And Collinsville just 2 points away from wrapping up a first set victory here. Scrum ready for another. Oh, that one's a screamer too, but Ellis gets a hold of that one. Actually goes across the net. Kristen Mitchell knocked it over. This is the third and final hit for O'Fallon. They do get it across. Metzger runs into Fisher. Everybody seems to be okay. Mitchell sends it over. And now Denton over for Coleman once again. Coleman, oh, that was a nice save out there by Darcy Metzger. And now up front it goes. And Riri hits it into the net. 23-14. Collinsville still in control. Annalie McWhorter back to serve now for the Lady Panthers. Picked up in the backcourt by Fortner. Halbrook sets it up over here for Mitchell. Off of a block and out of bounds. Lauren Dawson was there. Went off of her hands and out of bounds. Collinsville 1 point away from wrapping up this first set victory. Lauren Fortner in the backcourt ready to serve. It's out. Sarah Owens checks back into the game for O'Fallon. She'll go back to serve. And here is her serve. Fortner picks it up. Hal Brooks sets it up. And point belongs to O'Fallon. McWhorter sets it up once again. Here's Halbrook setting it up for Metzger. Good. And that's the game winner of the first set. Collinsville wins it 25-16. Second set will be coming your way in just mere moments here on the Kahok Sports Network. Something old can be something new again. The Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville proves that old adage right one more time. Derek and Whitney Reiser, along with brewmaster and distillery operator Torrin O'Brien, Old Herald Brewery and Distillery is not just a place to eat and drink, but more of a must-experience destination in the St. Louis area. With its Collinsville Herald newspaper feel, Old Herald Brewery and Distillery features a restaurant, a tap room, and of course a state-of-the-art one-of-a-kind distillery. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery can handle all of your group functions, as well with an event space that can handle you and 79 of your friends for any large gathering. And the food? Well, simply amazing, with local and new favorites, plus brunch on Sundays. How about bocce ball or bags on the patio? Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville. 115 East Clay Street in Collinsville. Give them a call at 855-8027, online at oldheraldbrewing.com, or on Facebook at Old Herald.
Everyone has those projects around the house that you just don't want to do. AW Outdoor Solutions can take care of that for you. Former Collinsville High School graduate Adam Welly owns AW Outdoor Solutions, and he and his crew can handle all of the dirty work around your home or business. Whether that's tree trimming and maintenance, brush removal, power washing, gutter cleaning, and leaf raking and removal. AW Outdoor Solutions can handle that and much more. AW Outdoor Solutions is fully insured and offers free estimates on all of their work. AW Outdoor Solutions. Call Adam Welly at 314-252-8010 or on Facebook at AW Outdoor Solutions.
Back here at Alton High School, Todd Duke with you on a cold Tuesday night here in Alton. Well, it's cold in Collinsville, too. Just a cold day. Cloudy, didn't see the sun all day. Nasty stuff. Well, Collinsville won the first set, 25-16, trying to close things out here and do something they haven't done to O'Fallon in 8 years. That's beat the Lady Panthers on the volleyball court. Playoffs, by the way. We told you the last 3 years, Lady Panthers have ended the Lady Kahok season in the regional championship game. Last year, it was a hard-fought battle, 26-24 and 25-23. O'Fallon won in 2 sets. In 2017, wasn't so close, 25-12 and 25-10. And in 2016, Collinsville lost 25-11, 25-8. They went 3 sets in 2012, but Collinsville still lost. Last win in the playoffs versus O'Fallon was the 2006 regional semifinal. Collinsville won 25-9 and 25-14. They then went on to beat Belleville West that year in the regional championship game before they lost to Mater Dei in the sectional semifinal. Just about ready to get underway here in this second set. And McWhorter is back to serve it up here for O'Fallon. Collinsville sets it up. And now O'Fallon sends it back over, ticks the net. Halbrook sets it up now for scrum over to Mitchell, off of a hand and out of bounds. And Collinsville jumps out front of this game as well, 1-0. So the Kahoks now with a chance to serve. Kyla Ellis checks back into the game now for O'Fallon. Lexi Bachoki back to serve it up for Collinsville. Here's her serve, and it's into the net. Got to cut down on those. We've already had too many. So now O'Fallon goes back. Here's Lauren Dawson. Dawson, a junior outside hitter. Brings it. It's high. It's a lob shot. Picked up by Summer. Moved over by Halbrook. Scrum just touches it over. And that was saved by Shieppe. Now she gets it back and off of a hand and out of bounds. O'Fallon has their first lead of the night, 2-1. Dawson back for another serve. Here it is, picked up by Fortner. Halbrook sends it over to the other side for scrum. Oh, man, that was a nice pickup of a blister shot by Ellis over there. Now Summer picks it up. She actually sends it over. And now it's O'Fallon's turn to set it up. Sent over, scrum from her knees, takes care of it, and she'll get the return feed from Halbrooks and finds a spot in the middle of the court. And Collinsville has tied it back up at 2. The entire coaching staff for the Edwardsville Lady Tigers volleyball team has stuck around to watch this one. They're sitting right over here by my left. Darcy Metzger will serve it up for Collinsville. She does, ticks it right across the net, and it's picked up. Nicely done back there. Now sent over by Guy, and Scrum tried to save it, but she did initially, but sent it right into the midsection of Adeline Johnson, and Johnson now goes out. Fortner comes back in, and back to serve now for O'Fallon is Kelsey Shieppe. She sends it over. It's picked up by Summer. Halbrooks moves it over to the other side for scrum off of a hand, and picked up back in the back. Now trying to send it over is Coleman. She does. Right on the back line. It's in bounds. And O'Fallon now in front by a score of 4-2. Next serve. Oh, nobody really wanted that one. Summer got a hold of it just at the last second. Scrum sends it down, and O'Fallon cannot get it over. So Collinsville gets one of those back. 4-3. O'Fallon has the 1-point lead. Collinsville ready to serve. Elise Halbrooks will do so. Halbrooks sends it over. Picked up by Ellis. Moved over, and a blister shot there by Taylor Guy all the way back in the corner. Nice sliding try by Darcy Metzger, but she couldn't get there. She almost ended up down the alleyway there that leads back to the locker rooms. 5-3 in favor of O'Fallon. Kyla Ellis will serve it up now for the Lady Panthers. She does so. Picked up by Summer. Halbrook sets it up for Fisher. That's in. In the back corner. Everyone moved up for O'Fallon. Fisher saw that and didn't need to blister it back there, just enough to get it over everyone's heads and back into that empty corner. 5-4. Panthers with the 1-point lead. Hannah Scrum back to serve for the Lady Kahawks. She does. Picked up by Ellis. Moved over, and now Coleman into the net. And Collinsville has come back and tied this at 5. Mariana Coleman, the junior, she's had a rough game here. Rough 2 sets. Hitting too hard or too soft or into the net. Here is Scrum, and her next serve goes into the back and out of bounds. So Fallon retakes the lead just like that on a service error. Here is Allie Denton. Denton serves. Picked up by Fortner. Halbrooks to Kennedy Fisher in the back row. Now Ellis takes care of it. Coleman out of bounds again. She's just hitting it too hard here tonight. Ariana Coleman leads her team in the kill department with 287 on the year. 29.2% per game. Nancy averages 3.5 kills per game, but she is having a hard time here tonight. There's a little bit of an easier time there. Abby Blue over there. Didn't have to put much on that shot. Went to the back line where only Hannah Scrum was, and she could not get there in time. 7-6, O'Fallon back to the 1-point lead. And back to serve, Annalie McWhorter. She sends it. Fortner picks it up. Halbrooks calls for it. Scrum calls for it. Now Fisher off of the hand of Kyla Ellis and out of bounds, and we are tied at 7. Back into the game is Mackenzie Johnson. She'll come back in and serve. Johnson sends it. Ellis takes care of it. And a tap over by Abby Blue finds another empty spot. And O'Fallon's back out front by 1, 8-7. A little back and forth action here. Coming in to serve is Sarah Owens. Lady Panthers with a 1-point lead. They hold serve. It's on the way. Fortner takes care of it on the back line. Halbrook sets it up to the front line for Kristen Mitchell. And then a nice pickup over there by Denton. Now, Fortner, Halbrooks, blocked out. I don't know. I thought that maybe the O'Fallon player was over the net. I don't think that quite ever made it across. At any rate, O'Fallon picks up the point. Lady Panthers lead by 2, 9-7. Sarah Owens ready to serve up another. She does so. Fortner picks it up. Halbrook sets it up for Kristen Mitchell. Mitchell all the way to the back line. And now moved up front for Schieppe. Nice dig over there by Hannah Scrum to keep that one alive. Now Mitchell sends it over. It's picked up in the back by Denton. Moved over onto the side. Little touch. And despite the diving effort by Elise Halbrooks, Collinsville trails now by 3. Sarah Owens ready to serve up another one. She does. Ticks off the net. Oh, what a nice save there by Darcy Messer. Those are hard to handle, kids, let me tell you. Into the backcourt it goes, and Owens couldn't handle that one. Collinsville gets one of those back, 10-8 in favor of the Lady Panthers. There is Lexi Pachelke back to serve it up once again. She'll take the place of Kristen Mitchell. Serve is on the way. Picked up by Ellis. Moved over by Denton. And then over on the far sideline, Lauren Dawson found enough room over there to give O'Fallon their 11th point. 11-8. Lauren Dawson ready to serve again. She does so. It's picked up by Sydney Summer. Halbrooks moves it over. Darcy Metzger had her shot blocked up front by Taylor Guy, and right back down to the floor. This time it's Collinsville that wants to use a timeout. 12-8 O'Fallon, they're in the lead, and we'll be back after a little break here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Ogle Auctions in Collinsville, the newest in online auctioning. Go to ogleauctionshighbid.com. That's HIBid.com to check out what's up for bid in the next auction. Ogle Auctions deals with everyday items like board games, t-shirts, and more, to collectibles, whether that is a vehicle, vinyl records, or vintage toys. Or how about a trolley car? And Ogle Auctions is always on the lookout for more items. Check out their next online auction at ogleauctionshighbid.com. That's ogleauctionshibid.com. Or call Kim Ogle today at 618-980-4530.
Having a battle of the student body cheering sections here at Alton between O'Fallon and Collinsville. We went on numbers. That's O'Fallon's student body cheering section down there wearing the pink shirts, and there is Collinsville's. We are ready to go. 12-8 in favor of O'Fallon. Dawson serves it up. Scrum sets it up and then gets it back, then sends it over. And then Ellis takes care of it. Sent back over. Halbrooks, scrum, and into the net. Scrum shot goes. And it's now 13-8 in favor of O'Fallon. Next serve into the net. All right, well, Collinsville is back to within 4. Need to start putting some streaks here together. Unless you want to send this to a third set, I'd rather not. Darcy Metzger back to serve now for the Lady Kahawks. She does so. That's a shot and a half right there. That one had a lot of steam behind it, right off of Annalie McWhirter and straight back. Collinsville gets back to within 3. Metzger ready to go for another serve. Another low line drive shot. This one's picked up and now sent across by Guy. Scrum. Halbrooks back to scrum. Off of a partial block up front, and the Lady Panthers keep it alive. And speaking of keeping it alive, Adeline Johnson did just that, but it still turns into a point for O'Fallon. Lady Panthers are now up 14-10. Chieppi back to serve. Does so. Fortner and Summer each had a hand on that one. Scrum back in the back. Chieppi picked it up and now set up for Coleman. And Coleman off of a body part belonging to Lauren Fortner makes it 15-10 in favor of O'Fallon. Fortner digs that one out. Halbrook sets it up for Scrum, and Scrum, her shot was taken care of by Ellis. Now Coleman sends it across. Coleman's picked up her game here in the last couple of moments. 16-10 now. O'Fallon with the lead. Another timeout called on the floor. We will take a timeout as well. Back with more of this action between Collinsville and O'Fallon in just a moment here on the Kahok Sports Network.
The Collinsville Education Association is a proud supporter of KahokSports.com and the Kahok Sports Network. The CEA is your partner as they work to ensure quality education for our children. The CEA advocates excellence and equity in public education and represent over 400 educators in 11 schools in both Madison and St. Clair counties. For more information, you can visit the Collinsville Education Association's Facebook page or the CEA's website at collinsvillecea.org.
Back at Alton High School, Todd Duke along with you. 16-10 in favor of O'Fallon here in set number 2. Collinsville won the first set, 25-16. And Collinsville down by 6, needs a little bit of a comeback here. Chieppi serves it up. Halbrook sets it up for Scrum far side. She just taps it over. Saved there by Coleman. And now Denton keeps it alive. Now Halbrooks over here for Collinsville. Metzger setting it up for scrum, and that is blocked out of bounds by O'Fallon. And Collinsville gets one of those back. 16-11 our score. Lady Panthers with a 5-point lead. Elise Halbrooks back to serve. Adeline Johnson heads back to the bench. And Renaissance Hill Russell checks in her place. Riri is up front with Kennedy Fisher. Here's the serve by Halbrooks, picked up in the backcourt by Schieppe. And Denton moves it over, and then a kill by Taylor Guy. O'Fallon gets that point right back. 17-11. O'Fallon with the lead. Kyla Ellis back to serve for O'Fallon, picked up by Sydney Summer. Halbrooks sets it up for scrum. She just taps it over. And O'Fallon hit it too many times. Collinsville gets the point, 17-12. Kristen Mitchell checks back into the game. Fortner to the bench. Darcy Metzger checks back in. She was only over there for about 5 seconds. Sydney Summer has a seat. Here is Hannah Scrum with a serve, and it's into the net. Allie Denton's turn to serve for O'Fallon. It's on the way. Fortner sends it up front. Halbrooks sets it up over on the far side for Kristen Mitchell. Ellis picks it up in the backcourt. Then Denton keeps it alive. Coleman, she one-hands it over, and Hannah Scrum is the only one that can get a body part on that one. She got a hand on it all the way on the back line. And it's now 19-12 in favor of O'Fallon. Lady Panthers trying to win this second set to send it to a third. Here is Metzger. Halbrooks in the middle for Scrum. She'll send it over one-handed, a little soft touch. And now a block out front by Riri. Coleman sends it over. Mitchell keeps it alive. And a kill shot kept alive by Darcy Metzger, but that one rolls into the O'Fallon student cheering section. 20-12. O'Fallon has the lead. Allie Denton back to serve another one up for O'Fallon. She does so. Picked up by Darcy Metzger. She kind of bumped Fortner out of the way there. Kristen Mitchell just sends it over. Coleman keeps it alive. Now Denton over on the far side. That one's inbounds. Nice touch by Lauren Dawson. She just hit that line. A little bit farther than that. Would have been out of bounds, and Collinsville could have picked up the point. 21-12. O'Fallon. Next serve by Denton. Halbrooks for Fisher. It's across. Denton uses two hands to keep it alive. Now Schieppe sends it across. Halbrooks sets up the first shot. Now Mitchell off of a setup. Oh, that was a well-placed lob ball right there by Kristen Mitchell on the setup from Darcy Metzger. 21-13. Collinsville still has a hole to climb out of here. As Lauren Fortner goes back to serve. Fortner sends it across. Schieppe takes care of the first hit. Denton now for Coleman. That's too far. Collinsville gets 2 points right back. 21-14. Fortner ready for another serve. Picked up by Ellis. Denton over to this side. Blocked out. Nicely done by Riri. Lauren Dawson sent it over. Hill Russell sends it right back. And Collinsville inches closer. 21-15. Fortner looking for her fourth point in a row from her serves. Denton sets it up for Coleman. She touches it over. Now Halbrooks over on the far side for Mitchell. Coleman has the return volley. Oh, yeah! Darcy Metzger saw that one. Oh, no, they're going to change it. They're going to change it. They're going to say it was a net violation on Metzger and give that point to O'Fallon. McWhorter back to serve it up for the Lady Panthers. Fortner hits it the wrong way. And now the Lady Panthers of O'Fallon High School 2 points away from winning this second set and forcing a third and final set. McWhorter sends another one across. Hill Russell pops it up. Halbrook sends it over to Scrum. Now it's off of the stomach there of McWhorter. And then it goes straight into the O'Fallon bench. Collinsville down now by 7, 23-16. Mackenzie Johnson goes back to serve now for Collinsville. She does so, picked up by Ellis. Now Denton moves it over into the middle, and it's shoved across by Dawson. Collinsville's turn. Here is Kristen Mitchell off of a hand. That was tipped. Collinsville trailing again by 6. A lot of work to do. Mackenzie Johnson ready for another serve. She sends it across. Ellis picks it up. Denton. And in the backcourt, Hannah Scrum couldn't get the right space that she needed to get a proper hit on it. And it goes awry, and now the Lady Panthers 1 point away from wrapping up this second set. Sarah Owens back to serve for O'Fallon. It's across. Fortner picks it up. Halbrook shoves it over to the far side for Mitchell. Mitchell sends it over. Denton takes care of it. Now, I think that's too many hits. 24-18. Sydney Summer checks back into the game. Kristen Mitchell to the bench. And Summer will serve. She's ready. Here it is. That's gonna, man, I can't believe that one stayed in. That one's out. I thought it was going to fall down to the ground on this side, and then they finally got that third hit, and it was a little bit too far out of bounds. 24-19. Collinsville back to within 5. Summer ready to serve up another. It's on the way. Picked up by Ellis in the middle. Denton sends it over to the far side, and it's taken care of in the backcourt by Summer. And now Metzger with a kill shot that was somehow taken care of by Ellis. And now a shot into the net by Taylor Guy. And Collinsville is within 4. Timeout called by the O'Fallon Panthers this time. We will step aside as well. We are back in just mere moments here on the Kahok Sports Network.
The Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been a proud supporter of KahokSports.com and the Kahok Sports Network from day one. Since 1934, the Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been providing women in the community an opportunity to make a difference with fundraisers and projects, all that go towards helping the needy in Collinsville. If you would like any information on any event sponsored by the Collinsville Junior Service Club, head to Facebook, type in Collinsville Junior Service Club, and then click on the event tab. We thank the Collinsville Junior Service Club for their continued support of the Kahok Sports Network and KahokSports.com.
Todd Duke back with you from Alton High School, 24-20. Here in this second set, Collinsville won the first set. I want to tell you, though, Brady O'Neill has the best sign. Be loud or go sit with your mom. Oh, love it. Sydney Summer still serving it up here for Collinsville as the Kahawks try to battle back and win this one in 2 sets. Here's the serve. It's picked up in the back by Ellis. Denton sends it up into the middle. It's touched across by Taylor Guy. Now Fortner's turn. Sets it up for Scrum. She just touches it across. And now Denton sets it up over on the far side. And that one almost finds the floor. And then on the third and final shot, that one sent over. And now Collinsville couldn't get to it. Sydney Summer just getting back up off the ground from the first dig that she saved. And O'Fallon comes out victorious on this second set by a score of 25-20. So we have a third and final set coming up after we take a little bit of a timeout here on the Kahok Sports Network. Are the lights on your dashboard putting on a show? Bring it to Mike's Automotive in Collinsville. Mike's Automotive is also a T3 certified tire center. They can handle all of the basics like oil changes and tune-ups and the not-so-basics like complete engine rebuilds. Mike's Automotive also has 24-hour towing and has 3 locations: Millstadt, St. Louis, and in Collinsville. The Collinsville location is at 1150 St. Louis Road, just blocks from the high school. Or call 345-0611, online at mikesautomotive.net and Mike's Automotive on Facebook. Lakeside Roofing in Collinsville. Let the professionals at Lakeside Roofing protect your most important investment, your home or business. Have the elements taken a toll on your roof system? Notice a leaking roof? Maybe it's time for a free roof inspection. Regular maintenance can extend the life of your roofing system by 10 years or more. Lakeside Roofing is your winning team for commercial and residential roofing systems. Lakeside All-Star professionals have installed, repaired, and maintained hundreds of roofs on both sides of the river. Call Lakeside Roofing today at 618-344-2800 in Collinsville or 314-241-5253 or online at lakesideroofing.com. Choose experience, choose Lakeside.
All Pro Tees in Caseyville is your place for custom apparel and has been for over 20 years now. Why? All Pro Tees can handle any size project, big or small, and they specialize in large group orders. At All Pro Tees, quality is number one on their list of priorities, as is evident by their excellent customer service. Did we mention All Pro Tees has over 20 years of experience? They can even help with fundraisers and event merchandising for your group. So for all of your apparel needs, for civic groups, sports teams, business outings, or even a family reunion, your apparel needs stop at All Pro Tees. All Pro Tees in Caseyville, right across the street from Kahok Stadium. Online at allprotees.com or on Facebook at All Pro Tees. Or call All Pro Tees at 344-2200. Brady Pest and Termite Management in Caseyville. Brady Pest and Termite Management is your local pest control source. The Midwest offers its fair share of pest problems, and Brady Pest and Termite Management is up to the challenge. Whether it's pesky rodents in the cold winter months or ants, spiders, and other pests in the warm months, Brady Pest and Termite is your solution. And termites? Brady Pest is tops in the Metro East in termite management. Do you have unwanted pests? Then call the best. Brady Pest and Termite Management in Caseyville. Call 343-1790 or on Facebook at Brady Pest and Termite.
Back here at Alton High School, Todd Duke with you on a Tuesday night. Volleyball playoffs are underway. We are at the Alton Class 4A Regionals. Edwardsville has already won tonight. They beat Alton 25-15 and 25-11. And Collinsville won the first set here, 25-16, and just lost the second set by a score of 25-20. And we're underway here in set number 3. And the O'Fallon Panthers strike first. Collinsville trying to erase 8 years of frustration losing to these Lady Panthers. Need one more victory here tonight. Halbrook sets it up for Mitchell. That one's blocked out of bounds. And Collinsville ties it up. Sydney Summer checks into the game. She'll take the place of Kristen Mitchell, and Summer will go back to serve. Third and deciding set here. Summer sends it over. Set up and kept alive now by Summer for Halbrooks for scrum. And in the backcourt, oh man, that was called out. That was real close. Really close. And Ariana Coleman checks back in for O'Fallon. Shieppe serves, and it's picked up by Summer. Halbrook sets it up now for Darcy Metzger, and that one's no. Man, I don't know about that one either. Called that one out of bounds. Shieppe serves another one. This is a lob shot. Popped up in the air. Halbrooks keeps it alive after a nice save by Fortner. Sent across and kept alive in the backcourt by Dawson. And now, too many hits will give Collinsville a point. And Lady Kahoks trail just by 1. It's 3-2 early on in this third set. Darcy Metzger will go back to serve. Metzger's ready. Picked up by Ellis. Moved over by Denton. Blocked out front. Nicely done. Tag team match of Fisher and Scrum, but then the return shot by Coleman couldn't be handled by Summer. And it's now a 4-2 advantage for the Panthers. Kyla Ellis back to serve it up for O'Fallon. She does. And that one was sent over on the first shot and now shoved back across. As now O'Fallon goes back to work trying to send it over. Scrum saves it. Halbrook sets it up for Fisher. And a nice save back there on the other end by Dawson. Now back into the backcourt. Picked up by Summer. Moved over. Scrum with the kill shot. Oh, that was a one-handed nice job keeping it alive by Ellis. In the backcourt, it stays in on a shot by Dawson. And O'Fallon has a 5-2 lead. Ellis ready with another serve. Into the back. Summer sends it sky high. Halbrook sends it over to this side for Scrum. That one's in. 5-3 O'Fallon with a 2-point lead. Elise Halbrook's going back to serve it up here for Collinsville. Halbrook's ready to go. Here it is. Picked up by Schieppe. Denton sets it up, and that one's out of bounds. Good thing that Darcy Metzger missed that one in the backcourt. If she would have got a piece of that, Collinsville would have lost that point. Now the Kahawks are back to within one. Halbrook's ready to serve up another one. She does so. Schieppe picks it up in the backcourt. Denton moves it over on the far side. Schieppe sends it back. Oh, nice job keeping that alive by Riri. Boy, oh boy. Denton, far side for Coleman. That was one heck of a shot down the line there. Coleman back up by, O'Fallon back up by 2 after the Coleman shot. And now Allie Denton back to serve it up here for the Lady Panthers. She does so. Picked up by Summer. Halbrook sets it up for Fisher, and then it ping-pongs right off of the head of both Denton and Schieppe, and that one falls in for a Collinsville point. Hannah Scrum's turn to serve. She does so. Ellis sends it up to Denton. Denton sends it into the middle for Coleman. Partially blocked up front, but kept alive by Collinsville. Here's Kristen Mitchell. That is blocked up front by Dawson and Abby Blue. 7-5. O'Fallon with the lead. Annalie McWhorter back to serve it up for the Lady Panthers. It's on the way. Fortner hits the first shot. Halbrooks for Mitchell. Mitchell over on the far side for Ellis. Now Denton back over, and it's blocked up front. Popped up in the air. Here is Ellis setting it up for Schieppe on the far side. Blocked out. Both Hill Russell and Fisher in there for that block. And the Kahawks back to within one once again. 7-6 O'Fallon leads. Lauren Fortner back to serve now for Collinsville. She does so. Ellis off of her forearms and now sent over and blocked out. And they're going to say that was blocked out of bounds. And O'Fallon gets that point. 8-6, Panthers with the lead. Sarah Owens ready for a serve here for O'Fallon. It's on the way. Picked up by Fortner. Halbrooks. Scrum. Has to send it over. Denton pops it up in the air for McWhorter. Now Schieppe gets it across, and it's picked up on the back line by Fortner. Now Scrum sends it up, and up and over for Kristen Mitchell. Now here is a save on the little touch toss. Collinsville sends it back over on a little one-hander by Kristen Mitchell. Now back over, picked up. Halbrook sets it up for Metzger, and it's blocked up front. This time by Taylor Guy. And it's a 3-point advantage now for the O'Fallon Lady Panthers. Sarah Owens ready to serve up another one. She does so. Scrum takes care of it in the back. Halbrooks up front. Darcy Metzger got her kill shot blocked. Now another setup. This one's for Mitchell. That is off of Denton. And then over on the last hit by Taylor Guy. Halbrook sets it up over on the far side, and that one's blocked off on a shot by Riri. Blocked by Kelsey Schieppe, and now a timeout called by Collinsville. 10-6 in favor of the O'Fallon Panthers. We will take a break, and we'll be back here in just a moment on the Kahok Sports Network. Sloan's Pub House in Collinsville. Sloan's Pub House is now into their third year of operation on Main Street in Uptown Collinsville. Sloan's Pub House offers daily lunch and dinner specials that feature homemade pizza, burgers, sandwiches, salads, and more. Sloan's Pub House offers a great variety of craft libations for you adults, as well as a great brunch on Saturdays and Sundays. Sloan's Pub House, 119 West Main Street in Collinsville. Give them a call at 618-855-9100 or online at sloanspubhouse.com. Back at Alton High School, Todd Duke along with you, 10-6. O'Fallon with the 4-point advantage. Each team has won a set. Collinsville won the first one 25-16. O'Fallon rebounds to win the second one 25-20. Lady Kahawks trying to beat O'Fallon for the first time in the playoffs since 2006. 13 years. Trying to win a game regardless of whether it's playoffs or regular season for the first time since September of 2011. That's been 8 years. Here is Mitchell. She shoves one across. It's saved. And then a very aware Taylor Guy sends that one right into the middle of the floor where there wasn't anyone wearing purple or white. 11-6 O'Fallon up. Next serve picked up by Fortner. Halbrooks sets it up for Scrum. She shoves it over with one hand but finds a spot on the floor. And boy, Collinsville needed that one. Didn't want to fall down any more than you already were. 11-7 now the score. 4-point advantage again for the O'Fallon Lady Panthers. Hill Russell goes off. Mackenzie Johnson comes back in, and she will go back and serve. In the backcourt, moved up front. Denton keeps it alive, and then it's sent back all the way to the back line, and Halbrooks did a nice job of keeping that one over, but Kristen Mitchell was out of bounds when she touched that ball. Matter of fact, I think she had to go around the scorer's ladder there, the referee's ladder, to get a hold of that one. 12-7. Collinsville in a little bit of trouble here. They need to figure it out. Serve coming from Dawson. In the back, Fortner sends it over to her bench. (13-7) in favor of O'Fallon, and Collinsville will use another timeout. We will step aside as well. We're back in just a little bit here on the Kahok Sports Network. The Times-Tribune, Madison County's longest-running leading independent newspaper. The Times-Tribune has now added Collinsville to their coverage area this year, including coverage of City Hall, happenings in Collinsville, as well as coverage of the Unit 10 schools and the Collinsville Kahawks, plus more. The Times-Tribune is a weekly hometown newspaper that is published every Thursday and has been reporting news and sports in Madison County for over 30 years. Subscriptions are only $32 for an entire year, delivered to your home and the online edition. For more information, call the Times-Tribune at 618-667-3111, online at www.timestribunenews.com, or follow them on Facebook at Troy Times-Tribune. Back here at Alton High School, 13-7 in favor of O'Fallon. And O'Fallon gets to serve it up once again. Here is Lauren Dawson. She sends it over. Fortner in the backcourt picks it up. Halbrook sets it up for Scrum. Scrum too far. Dawson ready for another one. Fortner, Halbrooks, Metzger, good. Need a lot more of that. Trailing by 6 are the Kahawks. Sydney Summer checks back into the game for Kristen Mitchell. She'll go back to serve. Summer delivers. McWhorter to Denton to Schieppe. Now Fortner picks up the return. And over onto this side, it is Hannah Scrum. That was a nice shot and an even better pickup there by Ellis. And then Darcy Metzger sends the ball right into the face of Elise Halbrook. She just get her hands up to block her face and couldn't really get anything else other than that. 15-8, O'Fallon with the lead. Schieppe back to serve. And it's picked up by Fortner. Halbrooks moves it over to this side for Scrum, and that's partially blocked, and then onto the ground it goes. Collinsville gets one of those back. Kahawks trail by 6 once again. Darcy Metzger back to serve. Metzger serves too far. Man, these unforced errors will kill you. I'm telling you. Kyla Ellis ready to serve now for O'Fallon. High into the back. Fortner to Halbrook. Sets it up for Scrum, and that one's good. Collinsville gets that one right back. 16-10 in favor of O'Fallon. O'Fallon's inching closer to that 20 mark. Collinsville is only halfway there. Elise Halbrooks comes in to serve for Collinsville. It's into the net. Allie Denton back to serve it up now for O'Fallon. Halbrooks to Fisher off of a partial block, kept alive. And then Denton sets it up for Coleman, and Coleman's out of bounds. (17-11). Kahoks are going to make their move. They need to do it now. Hannah Scrum ready to serve. We cannot have any more service errors. No more balls into the net. No more too long. You're just giving points to a very good team. Here is Ellis picking it up in the backcourt. Denton sends it over. Coleman blocked. Kennedy Fisher with a nice block there for Collinsville. That's exactly what we need and a little bit more. Hannah Scrum goes back for another serve for Collinsville. On the way, Ellis pops it up in the air in the backcourt. Denton keeps it alive, and then Schieppe has to get it over. She does so. Scrum, Halbrooks, Mitchell. Kept alive in the backcourt. Now Coleman with another chance, and it's kept alive by Hannah Scrum. Elise Halbrooks over to Mitchell, and it's out. Not by much, but it did go out. McWhorter ready for another service job here for O'Fallon. She gets it over. Fortner picks it up and sends it across, and it comes right back to her. Now Halbrook sets it up for Kristen Mitchell, who finds a soft spot right behind the two blockers up front, Blue and Dawson. Kahawks back to within 5. Lauren Fortner back to serve. Oh, man, oh, man. Way too many of those tonight. Yeah, especially when they're this close to 20. God, you can't do it. Just can't. Sarah Owens back to serve it up now for O'Fallon. Scrum in the backcourt, picks it up. Halbrook sets it up for Metzger, but she can't hit it. And there's that elusive 20 mark. O'Fallon up 20-13. Owens, another serve. Fortner pops it up in the air. Halbrook sets it up for Scrum. Scrum sends it across. And now Owens sets it up for Taylor Guy. And Darcy Metzger blocks her out. 20-14. Mackenzie Johnson will come back in to serve. Johnson's ready to go. That one almost went out of bounds. Here's Denton setting it up over here, and that one is off of Kristen Mitchell and out of bounds. O'Fallon now up 21-14. Lauren Dawson readies herself for another serve. That one's off the net and down. I think she stepped on the back line. That one's in the back, picked up by Scrum. Hal Brooks moves it over to the other side. Metzger with a kill shot. And Collinsville hits the 15-point plateau, but they trail by 7 to the Lady Kahawks, and the O'Fallon Lady Panthers are just 3 points away from, yet again, ending the Kahawks season. Sydney Summer comes in to serve. It's on the way, picked up by McWhorter. Denton moves it over for Guy. In the back, too far. Collinsville gets a freebie. 22-16, lots more work to do. Summer, back to serve once again. On the way, that one's out. Shappy back to serve now for O'Fallon. Lob shot, popped up front, but oh man, I'm telling you what, boy, that was a nice job by Hannah Scrum to get that ball across. Look at that. A no-look over the shoulder point by Allie Denton, and O'Fallon 1 point away from more Collinsville misery. Schieppe sends it. Fortner off the back of her hand, and Darcy Metzger has to get that one over. She does. So Collinsville stays alive for a moment longer, and that moment is now over. 25-16. O'Fallon wins 2 out of 3. Collinsville wins the first one. O'Fallon wins the second one. And once again, the O'Fallon Lady Panthers have put an end to the Collinsville Lady Kahawks season. This is the 4th year in a row that O'Fallon has knocked off Collinsville in the playoffs, only this time it didn't come in the regional championship game. It came in the regional semifinal. So that means Halloween night, Edwardsville and O'Fallon will meet here for a regional championship. And that takes us into our post-game coverage brought to you by Cullip Jennings Florist, a staple in the Collinsville area. Cullip Jennings Florist is located at 517 West Clay Street. Stop in for weekly specials and another weekly special, the same as last week. Sunflowers, fall sunflowers. You can get a dozen of those inside of a stylish vase, all for $25. Call Cullip Jennings Florist at 344-0404 or online at cullipjennings.com. Post-game show comes your way next on the Kahawk Sports Network.
Cullip Jennings Florist, a Collinsville original since 1939. Cullip Jennings Florist has a wide variety of green and blooming plants, specializing in all designs, from traditional to trend settings. Cullip Jennings Florist is of course your place for beautiful flowers, suitable for any occasion. From anniversaries to birthdays, graduations to weddings, Cullip Jennings Florist is there for any life's major moments. Cullip Jennings Florist, 517 West Clay Street in Collinsville. Call 344-0404 or online at cullipjennings.com.
Code 3 Barbecue Supply, home of Code 3 Spices, is first responder owned by proud Kahok alums. Located at 302 East Main Street, Code 3 Barbecue Supply is your home for one-of-a-kind everything barbecue headquarters, providing the best American-made barbecue grills, smokers, rubs, sauces, accessories, and cooking expertise from professional barbecue experts. Code 3 Spices provides award-winning rubs and sauces and donates 25 cents a unit sold to first responder and military organizations to aid the fallen and assist with suicide prevention and PTSD awareness. Stop on by. See the guys at Code 3 Barbecue Supply for all of your cooking and grilling needs. Code 3 Barbecue Supply, home of the Memphis in May first place world champion Patriot sauce. Learn more about their products and mission in giving back to those who serve at code3spices.com. Looking to buy a new home or sell your current one? Trust the Blaylock team of Keller Williams Marquis Realty with all of your real estate needs. The real estate market is hot right now. Trust the Blaylock team of Keller Williams Marquis to help you find the perfect home or to help you get top dollar for your current home. Give Peyton or Emily Blaylock a call today at 618-780-4622 or visit them online at blaylockteam.com or on Facebook at the Blaylock Team. First National Bank of Waterloo, celebrating over 100 years of banking in the Metro East. Visit First National Bank of Waterloo's O'Fallon branch office for your mortgage and lending needs. Why? Super low closing costs, low construction loan rates, and they do so much to support our local communities. When you need a loan, come see Bill Metzger at First National Bank of Waterloo in O'Fallon. Call Bill at 618-632-1010. Visit him at 104 Regency Park in O'Fallon or online at fnbwaterloo.com. That's my bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Call Up Jennings Florist, a Collinsville original since 1939. Call Up Jennings Florist has a wide variety of green and blooming plants, specializing in all designs, from traditional to trend settings. Call Up Jennings Florist is of course your place for beautiful flowers, suitable for any occasion. From anniversaries to birthdays, graduations to weddings, Call Up Jennings Florist is there for any life's major moments. Call Up Jennings Florist, 517 West Clay Street in Collinsville. Call 344-0404 or online at callupjennings.com.
And we welcome you back to Alton High School. I'm Todd Duke here on the Kahok Sports Network as the fall sports season has come to a close at Collinsville by virtue of a 2-1 victory tonight by the O'Fallon Lady Panthers in this second semifinal of the night as Collinsville won the first set 25-16. O'Fallon settled down after that and won the second set 25-20, and then the third and deciding set was won by the Panthers 25-16. So the Panthers will move on to take on the Edwardsville Lady Tigers. They won over the host Alton Lady Redbirds tonight 25-15 and 25-11. So the streak continues for O'Fallon and their dominance over Collinsville, both in the regular season and in the playoffs. So now the regular season will stretch to 9 years, as Collinsville has not beaten O'Fallon since a 3-set win September of 2011. And it's even worse for the playoffs, as the Lady Kahoks have not beaten O'Fallon in a playoff game, in a playoff match, since 2006. So this one a little tough to swallow for the girls as they're out of the locker room right now, but they're not feeling too good. So I'm imagining that we are not going to have a participant in our post-game interview, so we'll go ahead and end it right there. And as I mentioned, that's it for fall sports. But we're only off for a week. That's right. 1 week from tonight happens to be, well, my birthday for one. And for two, it is the start of the hockey season. So Collinsville will be taking on Belleville. That's the team that they lost the championship to last year, 2-1. And so we will start the year where we ended last year with another match between Collinsville and Belleville. That is scheduled to take place on Tuesday, 1 week from today, November the 5th. And that is scheduled for a 9 p.m. start. So, again, you have to bear with us. There will be a game before that, and we'll have to wait until that game is over with before we can come on and do our thing. But at least it's O'Fallon. It's at the McKendree Recplex, so that place is a lot bigger. I can set up while the other game is going on. Can't do that at Granite City or Alton. You have to wait for the crowd to leave before you can even come in and set your stuff up. So we'll be on the air hopefully around 8:45 1 week for tonight for a little Kahok hockey. Well, that is going to do it from Alton. A big thank you to Coach Abby Hanger taking time out and spending with us on every single pregame show that we had. And thanks to the variety of girls that joined us on the postgame show during the season. And a big thank you to everybody that helped along the way. My name is Todd Duke, and I have a week off. No games for a week. We'll see you 1 week from tonight at the McKendree Recplex for the opening of the Kahok hockey season. Until then, everyone, have yourselves a fantastic week.